All right, are you ready for week 1? This is the Reformers series, and we're going to do week 1 together. Here it is. Week 1, all I want you to do for the next 7 days is keep a journal, either on the notes section of your phone, or if you're like old school with the pen and paper thing, whatever. I want you to record your most dominant thoughts every day. Here's the deal. We are formed by thought, whether it's God's thoughts or our own thoughts, or even worse, what someone else thinks. Yeah, if we surrender that level of power, you and I are formed by thoughts. So in order to really take on a reformation and to potentially move into what God has for us, we have to acknowledge our head, our heart, beginning with our thoughts. What's going on inside? So write down all of your dominant thoughts for a week. Just at the end of every day, just take a couple minutes, acknowledging the thoughts that drove you through the day. Those are your dominant thoughts, the things that drive you. They have the most power over your decisions. Write those things down. Here's the deal. As you do that, you have to commit that you're going to function in the grace zone. What do I mean? I mean, when God approaches us and deals with us, it's according to His grace. In order for us to really come clean and live our potential, we have to do things the way God does things. And so as we're facing our own thoughts, we have to fly in the grace zone. So make that commitment. As you do this, you're going to fly in the grace zone. All right? Every time you hear or think or see a thought, because we do see thoughts, pictures in our minds, every time you hear or see or think a thought that strips you of hope, that crushes your courage, or rips off your dignity, address that thing in your mind and say, okay, Saya, I'm identifying that thought, write it down. Make sure that you're aware of the thoughts that are driving your life. Keep it gracious. Keep it kind. Only allow kindness to dictate the way you function in life. Because kindness, it's that open ground that allows us to get real and get healed. Remember that when Adam saw himself in the garden in a fallen state, he hid because he didn't know grace yet. You and I know that grace is God's means of how He functions with us. So make sure that you are dealing with grace. All right? So this week, writing down the dominant thoughts, but living in the grace zone. God loves you just the way you are. You can love you like that too. But He loves you too much to leave you like that, so you can have hope for the future. I'll see you next week.